What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. I'm so excited to report this to you guys. James Pearce of the Liverpool Echo and John Percy of the Daily Telegraph, two very reliable journalists, are reporting that Shaqiri is completing his move to Liverpool by having a medical today on Friday in Liverpool in one of the hospitals. What do you think about this deal? Liverpool triggered the release clause of Shaqiri, which came into effect because Stoke got relegated. The release clause is set to be around £13.5 million, and James Pearce, who is very well connected to Liverpool, is reporting that Shaqiri is set to undergo medical ahead of completing his transfer to Liverpool. And of course Liverpool already have a deal in place with Stoke City after triggering his release clause, and if Shaqiri doesn't fail his medical, he will become a Liverpool player. So it's not official yet, but I think it's very close, and I can see no reason why Shaqiri wouldn't complete his medical, because he just played a pretty good World Cup with Switzerland, and he of course is a very fit player. If you enjoy these types of transfer news videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss a future video, and also listen to this video because I will give you many different transfer news and also a big update on the goalkeeping situation at Liverpool and what kind of goalkeeper Jurgen Klopp will bring in and what will happen to Karius, Mignolet and Danny Ward. So stay tuned because I will talk about that in the second part of the video. And Shaqiri has had offers from other European clubs, that's what James Pearce is reporting, but of course after Liverpool showed interest in Shaqiri, his heart was set on joining Liverpool, and I'm really looking forward to watching him in Liverpool shirt. I think he is a much needed improvement to our squad. He probably will start on the bench, but I think if something happens with Mane or Salah, if they get injured or if they get tired, or even if we just have to change the game after like 60 minutes, if nothing is working, we are trailing or we are drawing, Shaqiri offers us something different. We can bring him on as a substitute, and he can run at the defenders, and he has a very good, very precise left foot. Not just he's a spectacular goal scorer, but he can really thread a pass through the eye of the needle, as they say. So he is 26 years old and he scored 8 goals for Stoke City last season. That was his best season at Stoke City. So don't expect Shaqiri to score like 20 goals a season for Liverpool, but I think he is an improvement on the likes of Woodburn, Ojo, Harry Wilson. We don't really have many out-and-out wingers. I just looked through the Liverpool squad, and apart from Salah and Mane, who do we have that is an out-and-out winger? Not many. We have some young players, and yes, Origi, Sturridge can play on the wing, but that's not their natural position. On the other hand, Shaqiri's natural position is on the wing, and the Telegraph's John Percy is reporting that Liverpool have agreed to pay Shaqiri's release clause, and John Percy is also claiming that Shaqiri will have his medical today, and if there are no issues, the transfer will be officially announced over the weekend or maybe on Monday. We don't know that yet, but it's a huge and brilliant, great opportunity for Xherdan Shaqiri to establish himself at a top club again. Remember that he used to play for Bayern Munich. He actually had 3 seasons at Bayern Munich, which is one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and he actually had a great success there. He won 2 Bundesliga titles and 2 German Cups at Bayern Munich, and he actually had a pretty successful spell, and this gives me great confidence that he can succeed at the top club, because if he only played for Basel and Inter and Stoke City, and at Inter he only played 20 games, I would be a little bit more skeptical if he only played for those clubs. But because he played for Bayern Munich, completely knows and understands what is expected of you at a big club and how to behave at a big club. And actually at Bayern Munich he played 81 games in 3 seasons, which is quite decent, and he also scored 70 goals at Bayern Munich. So what is very ironic is that Shaqiri actually scored more goals at Bayern Munich in 3 seasons than he scored for Stoke City, which is quite surprising because in Stoke City he played actually more games. And I think his spell at Bayern showed that he can be a hard worker. Some people label Shaqiri lazy, sulky as well, but I don't subscribe to that idea, because why wasn't he like that at Bayern Munich? At Bayern Munich he was a completely different player, because he was working his ass off to play week in, week out. And you know, at Stoke City, he didn't really have competition. He knew that when he is fit, he will start almost every game, or every big game at Stoke City. While at Bayern Munich, he knew that he had to work his ass off to get a start, or even to play as a substitute in training. And I think that's the kind of mindset that he will have at Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp can galvanize many players. Look at the players that Liverpool signed under Jurgen Klopp, and look how much they improved under Jurgen Klopp. So this gives me hope and confidence that Shaqiri can improve. And Liverpool got very lucky that Mane and Salah were both really fit and didn't miss a lot from injury, but we can't bank on that to be the case every season. And I think this is why we need good backup players for those wingers. And look at the other top 6 clubs in England. They have 2 very good players in either position, especially on the wing. And I think Liverpool have to do the same. Maybe we could, keep either Wilson, Ojo, or other wingers at the club. Ryan Kent maybe. But I think Woodburn as well, but I think that Liverpool need more. Liverpool needs some experience. Liverpool need a player who can come in as a substitute or start some games in the League Cup, in the FA Cup, in some of the lesser Premier League games, and truly deliver. And if Liverpool want to attack all 4 competitions, we need a bigger squad, we need a stronger squad, and this is exactly like that. Shaqiri, I think, is a very good value for money signing. For 13 million pounds. Shaqiri, otherwise, if Stoke were still in the Premier League, Shaqiri would command a transfer fee of 35 million pounds, in my opinion. So Liverpool save essentially about 20 million pounds on this transfer, and we get a player who is much better than what 13 million pounds gets you on the transfer market. I mean, look at other players. Jordan Ibe, who only scored 1 goal in the Premier League when Liverpool sold him to Bournemouth, and he cost more money than what Shaqiri cost. And look at how much more experienced Shaqiri is compared to Jordan Ibe was at the time of his transfer. Shaqiri already played a lot of full seasons. I mean, he has 342 football games under his belt, which shows that he has started at a very early age. And Shaqiri also has 74 international appearances for Switzerland, where he scored 21 goals, and he has quite a few European experiences. We forget that, yes, at Stoke City he didn't play in Europe, because of course Stoke City didn't play in European football, but at Bayern Munich he played in the Champions League, with Basel he played in the Champions League, and with Inter Milan he also played, I think, in the Europa League. And I think Shaqiri is a very experienced player, and that will come in handy. He knows what it takes to be a player in a big club, because he, was a player for Bayern Munich. The reports are saying that Harry Wilson and Shai Ojo will be used as a make-weight in this Shaqiri to Liverpool deal, because Stoke City are interested in loaning one of Liverpool's youngsters. We don't know yet which youngster it will be, but I think that will be revealed very soon. And I really hope that Ojo and Wilson will go on loan. I would maybe keep Wilson at the club to use him as a substitute, because he showed a lot of promise. He scored in 2 goals in Liverpool's first pre-season game, and I'm really looking forward to watching him play for Liverpool. Maybe just to give him another season where he can develop his talents. Harry Wilson had a good season at Hull City, he was their top scorer. So maybe another loan to a championship club like Stoke City would be beneficial for his development. But of course, ultimately Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool will decide what happens next. And now the goalkeeping situation at Liverpool, I'm really sad to report, but it looks like that Liverpool are not actively looking to sign a new goalkeeper in the summer transfer window. Liverpool have no plans to sign Alisson or other goalkeepers. Sky sources, Sky Sports News are reporting this, and I'm really gutted about that. It looks like that Danny Ward is also in contention to be Liverpool's #1 goalkeeper, because Karius made that howler against I think it was Tranmere Rovers, and also in training I saw a video where in training he fumbled a shot into his own net, similar to the Champions League finals. It looks like that Karius' confidence is shot to pieces, his head is gone a little bit, and maybe he just needs to be pulled out of the limelight and just train a couple of months behind closed doors and let Danny Ward or maybe even Mignolet start the season, because at the moment Karius' head is all over the place, and I think the opposition fans will have a field day with Karius. They will chant and abuse him to oblivion. Karius is not the strongest mentally, it seems, and that's a problem, because if you are a goalkeeper you have to be kind of a crazy person to be a little bit of a crazy person to be a full-time goalkeeper in professional football, and you have to have a very, very strong mind. And Karius, it looks like that, of course, I think even the strongest minds would be really shattered after making 2 of those horrendous mistakes in the biggest game of club football in a Champions League final. So I don't really fault Karius for that, but maybe he needs to just to have a couple of months away from the limelight, away from the cameras, and just work on his goalkeeping with Liverpool. But we shall wait and see. I would still want Liverpool to sign a goalkeeper, but if Jurgen Klopp sees nobody who we can buy who is much better than Karius and Mignolet, then what can you do? We just have to accept Jurgen Klopp's decisions, and in terms of not signing a new goalkeeper, I trust Jurgen Klopp to, in the long term, work this one out. We had a similar problem with the defense, but we signed Van Dijk and we improved the defense much better now, and Van Dijk, we have to wait for him, so maybe we are waiting for a much better quality goalkeeper to become available on the transfer market. Jurgen Klopp doesn't just want to sign a goalkeeper who is a sideways step and not a lot of improvement on both Karius and Mignolet. I would still want to sign a new goalkeeper if I were Liverpool the manager, but we don't know the details, what goes on behind the scenes, so we shall wait and see. It's a little bit of a bad news, but I'm fully focused on the new season, and I fully support Jurgen Klopp. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the World Cup final, and after that, hopefully, Liverpool will begin talks again with Lyon for the Nabil Fekir transfer, but I will keep you updated on that. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. Goodbye.